lyrics aren't in that particular siddur. Here we go. Chag Purim. It's on. Well, that's old, but it was actually just supposed to be the "Oh, today will Mary, Mary be." On one side of it will be our closing, but yeah, you'll have the Hebrew on there. Here we go. Chag Purim, Chag Purim, Chag Gadol Le'Yehudim, Masechot Rashanim, Sirot Yehudim. So before we even get to the welcomes and everything, I have to apologize. Our sound system went down last night during Purim rehearsals.
It's so very Purim.
It's still very Purim of it. So I have normally I control everything through an iPad, bringing the microphones up and down and muting this and muting that, and everything's just exactly where it was at a moment during the Purim show rehearsal last night. Whatever mic needed to be used at that time, I'm moving it from second to second, and it went. So I had no access to, controlling the microphone. So if anybody, apologies in advance, if anybody has problem hearing any of us, like raise your hand and we'll move to another mic. We have enough mics here to try to experiment with things. So thanks for your patience.
I think basically we should just keep rotating mics.
Yeah, so I'll be over here for
I
this
gotta know,
one.
can I use the flamingo mic? Is this okay? Can you hear me? Okay, wonderful. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
How wonderful to be here on the Shabbat before Purim. This is called Shabbat Zachor, which is a special Shabbat where we are remembering our obligations. Anyone here have things they need to remember today? Anyone? I have a lot on my plate, so if you want, I'm very good at forgetting as well. Anyone good at forgetting? Forgetting is the most important life skill you could have. Because when you forget, you can just lie at the beach. So here you have our wonderful set that was put together, I think, by Julia and Elaine. Okay. And look at that beautiful artistry there. You can see the pictures. Did you see the pictures when you came in of all of the different Purim players dressed in their costumes with a backdrop? You'll have an opportunity to do that yourself if you like as well. So we're going to have a little bit of Purim. Tonight's service is a very important service. We're bringing back a ceremony called Kabbalat Torah. That is where the older students, at this point, it's been a couple of years because of the pandemic, so people that were bar bat mitzvah over the last couple of years are going to pass down the Torah and the prayer books to the new generation. And so it's a wonderful to be able to bring this important ritual. Did you have a Kabbalat Torah where you were before?
No.
Yeah, it must be around the country somewhere, but it's a wonderful ceremony. I'm going to bring, let's actually, before I bring up Bruce, let's take a nice deep breath of Shabbat air. We put aside everything, all that wet weather outside, the ice, everything. We'll put it aside. We'll breathe in all the good stuff that we want to hold on to and breathe out all the rest, all the dreck. All right, I'm going to invite Bruce up here. You have your pick of microphones.
I'll use all of them.
Bruce, did you get your hair cut?
I did.
It looks very handsome.
Thank you. I had to get my hair cut so my wig would fit for the perm spiel, because it was, anyway. So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I think it was my singing last night that broke the sound system.
Yeah.
It was very likely that was the case. Anyway, welcome. This is actually what we're doing here together tonight would be Plan C, because Plan A is to always be in the sanctuary. Plan B, which we discussed earlier in the week because of the weather, would be to go via Zoom. And we looked at the forecast and we said, you know what? We should be fine. We're Buffalonians, we're hardy. If it's messy out there, drive carefully when you go home. Be careful walking in the parking lot. And if, when the service is over, we look outside and say it's really bad, we'll have a camp out. We'll all sleep in the social hall. We'll slide the pickleball nets to the side. And we'll have a sleepover, a Shabbat sleepover. What do you think?
Tonight?
We have done
We've
it
done
before,
that.
in the summer.
We did that. We had a sleep out in the summer. We had a camp out after the summer barbecue.
Are you talking about tonight?
Yeah.
Tonight?
Yeah.
Yay.
If we need to. But we won't need to.
that as kids.
We won't need to. It's not that bad out there. Again.
It was me that brought this up.
We're Buffalonians. We're a hardy bunch. So it's a very special service, as the rabbi mentioned. This is one of our favorite services of the year. And I don't know where it started. I really don't, but we've been doing it forever. We've been doing it for a very long time, and it really is one of the most special services of the year, because anytime you get the kids involved and you have that ceremony, that symbolic passing down, it really is a wonderful thing. I will be back later with the announcements. We have lots of good stuff coming up, including, of course, the Beach Boys Perm Spiel, which is Monday night. So it's going to be a lot.
Cast of thousands.
Cast of thousands, with more songs than we've ever had in a spiel, because the Beach Boys songs are short. So we just crammed more of them in. So we have 11 songs, 12 counting the finale. The finale that no one knows about. Okay. Anyway.
You mean the surprise
The surprise.
encore?
Listen, just come Monday night. You'll have a ball. Sherry Joe is taking part this year. She's blowing shofar. Pressure is on her. She'll be fine.
Is that on Rosh Hashanah?
Huh? Anyway, Cantor has been working feverishly on it, and we're just so grateful for all the work that she has put in, because she's taken a very ragtag group of temple members and turned us into not Broadway, not off-Broadway, but like off-Broadway and Depew off-Broadway. So we're getting there.
Depew worthy?
We're Depew worthy. So anyway, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. And again, it's just nice to be together.
Amen. All right, I think we're ready to welcome the angels of Shabbat. This one doesn't work. Okay, thanks. I got to go to the flamingo. It's more fun anyways. So we're going to welcome the angels of Shabbat. Traditionally, they come onto our shoulders and welcome one another into the room. Give us that space so we can fully relax. The prayer is on page 142. And Nick over here, I didn't even see him. It's been so long. When was the last time I saw you, Nick? It's been a little while.
December 16th.
Yeah.
It was the last.
It was a whole year ago. So page 142, we have Shalom Aleichem.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei HaSharet, Malachei Elyon, Melech, Malachei HaMelachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Achoni Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Yimelech, Malachei Amalachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu. Tzedek Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon. Yimelech, Malachei Amalachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu.
I can feel them. Thank you, angels of Shabbat. We are going to turn to our candle lighting on page 120, and I'd like to invite up my friend Dr. Yonina Foster. Would you light for us? Sure. She's in the middle of her rabbinic studies, and we're giving what? End. Oh, at the end. Sorry, the middle. Yeah, she wanted to say the end. But that was the key thing.
This summer.
Yeah. So she's almost there. It's been a journey, and we're going to give her strength by lighting our candles tonight. Page 120. That's what always happens with the candles. One doesn't want to light. May the candle lights light our way. If you could lift up the Kiddush cup, page 123, and we're going to sanctify the day of Shabbat.
Did you want to do it, or you want everyone to sing along? You want to do it? The whole one. Okay.
The whole Megillah. Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu mitzvotav, v'ratzah banu, v'shabbat kodsho, v'yahava uvratzon, inchilanu, zikaron lema'aseh bereshit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta, yotanu kidashta, mikol amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava uvratzon, inchaltanu, Baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-Shabbat. Amen. L'chaim. Yesher koach. We're going to welcome in the Shabbat bride. She's all the way back there. You probably didn't see her, but we're going to welcome her in with our spirit and our energy on page 138 with L'chadodi. We'll sing the first verse and the 9th verse. On the 9th verse, we rise and we face the doorway over there. We bow to Shabbat as she enters, and then we welcome each other with our Queen Esther wave.
L'chadodi likrakala yalala yalala yalala, v'nei Shabbat nekabela. L'chadodi likrakala yalalai, Pene Shabbat nekabela. Shamo v'sachor v'tipor echad, Hishmianu elam yuchad, Adonai echad, Shmo echad, Shem u'tiferet v'likila. Lecha dodi likrakala, yalalai, 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 Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrakala, yalalai, 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 Pene Shabbat nekabela. Boi v'shalom ateret bala, gam b'simcha u'v'tzola, tokem bonei amasikula, boi kala, boi kala. Lecha dodi likakala, yalalai, 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 Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likakala, yalalai, 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 Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likakala, yalalai, 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 Pene Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likakala, yalalai, 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 Pene Shabbat nekabela.
Let's remain standing for our call to prayer, which is on page 146, the Baruch Hu.
La 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 la. Sing with me, everyone. La 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la la la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam vaed. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la. Ya la la, ya la la la, ya la 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 la.
We feel the community come together as we can remain standing, page 150. And when we are together as community, we feel the love between us, Ahavat Olam.
Ahavat olam beit Yisrael amcha ata, Torah u'mitzvot chukim u'mishpatim otanu limadta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu b'shochveinu v'komeinu nasiach b'chukecha v'nizmach b'divrei toratecha u'b'mitzvotecha le'olam vaed. Ki הם חיינו באורך ימינו, ובהם Simimenu Yorabim, Baruch atah Adonai, Ohevavu Yisrael.
On the next page, 152, 153.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shenkevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Baruch Shenkevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
You may be seated. We turn to the V'ahavta, page 154.
V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha v'chol levavecha v'chol nafshecha v'chol me'otecha v'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher Anochim etzamecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'divartam bam v'shivtecha b'beitecha v'belechtecha b'derech v'shochbecha v'bekomecha וקשרתם לאות הידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם המזוזות ביתך ובשמרך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני Adonai Elohechem, Asher הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם אלוהים. אני Adonai Elohechem.
Page 155. Let's read together in the English. Love your God with every heartbeat, with every breath, with every conscious act. Keep in mind the words I command you today. Teach them to your children. Talk about them at work, whether you are tired or you are rested. Let them guide the work of your hands. Keep them in the forefront of your vision. Do not let them at the doorway of your house or outside your gates. They are reminders to do all my mitzvot, so that you can be holy for God. I am Adonai, your God. I led you out of Egypt to become your God. I am Adonai, your God. We had a conversion this week that reminded us of a wonderful line that I think Abraham Joshua Heschel said. We asked her about what was one of the most important figures and inspirational things that when she thought about Judaism. And she said the line that says that Jews didn't keep Shabbat. Shabbat kept the Jews. Oh, Echad Ha'am. There you go. Thank you, Harvey. And it's a wonderful line. And what it means is that when we have rituals, when we have community, when we have sanctuary, it keeps us. It allows us to keep going. We need those rituals in as much as those rituals need us. When we sing the Vishamru on page 162, that is what we are singing about. So I'm going to need Linda here to help with the clapping, and we are ready for Vishamru.
Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et HaShabbat, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל, אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. Everyone, ששמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לתורתם ברית עולם.
I invite everyone to rise if you're able. We're ready for the silent Amida. It will begin on page 164 through page 180. Feel free to pray in the Hebrew, the English, or just your own private prayers, and whenever you're ready, you may be seated. If you listen very carefully, you can hear the rain up here. It feels very meditative. We're going to continue page 180 with Oseh Shalom, a prayer for peace.
Oseh Shalom Bibrama, Oseh Shalom Aleinu, Be'alka Yisrael, Be'imru, Amen. Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom
could definitely use that prayer for peace in our world especially. We're going to turn to our prayers for healing. And I think I have last week's list, but I'm going to read this. I know there's a number of names that we need to add as well. We are thinking as a community of Jean Beck, Richard Zybak, Paula Charvella, Sue Frank, Ellen Frankie, Ida Frost, Esther Green, Karen Greenfield, Gary Greenfield, Carolyn and Ernest Grosser, Charlotte Krebs, Ruth Lansing, Miles Levy, Jill Shire Monahan, Karen Rosenfeld, Cheryl Rossi, Brandon Ryan, Gertrude Sloan, Alan Strauss, Sonia Sugarman, Mike Wheeler, and Weinberg, Rodney? No. Robin Weinstein. Oh. Robin Weinstein, got it completely off. Miriam Bat Razel, Avraham ben Rivka, Gasha ben Masha, Chana Ezra ben Shul, and Reuven ben Morris. If there's other names, just raise your hand and we'll go around.
Chief Master Sergeant Bob Jackal.
We'll bring all those names into our hearts, page 371.
B'sheberach avotenu b'kor habracha imotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Misheberach imotenu b'kor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen.
A complete healing of body and soul. It means so much when I look around the room, people say names or keep them silently. I know how much we care about the people in our lives, our family, and our friends. And any little bit, I think, it helps. It helps us to know that we can extend that to them. And you don't need to be here to say a Mishaberach. You could say those prayers privately. One of the brilliance of this wonderful prayer by Debbie Friedman and Dror Settle is that by teaching it to synagogue communities, because there wasn't a ritual like that, she allowed us to go out into anywhere, to hospital beds or homes, whoever was in need, and it gave us a prayer. And one of the reasons why we repeat it and we use this prayer, because there's many, at this point, many different versions of it, is so that you have the tools to go out and to be able to use the prayer. All right, so if everyone could say with me, Purim. All right, come on. Purim. Come on. Purim. I want you to feel it. Feel it in your kishkas. Feel Purim is about release. So Purim. There's something like Om. There's something so holy about that word. It's something that we in the Jewish community, anyone that is familiar with the holiday of Purim, we look forward to it all year round. It is the respite, the beach on the Jewish calendar year. It is that moment with all the noise around, with everything that's going on in our community and the extended world. Does anyone looked at the news this week? You could say that any week. But you look, and you know, what do? You do what my youngest son has been saying recently. He's saying, oi. I don't know why he started saying oi, but he's decided that he likes saying oi. But I think that there's a lot of ois in the world and not enough joys. We learned this week that there are two scales that you need to look at. One is an anxiety scale. That is the scale of all the ways your anxiety creeps up. And then there's another scale. It's called the joy scale. That's where you feel the happiness and joy in your life. And if this side, that anxiety scale, is at a 9 or a 10 or an 8 or a 7, how many of you feel that during your week? Yeah. It's hard to get over to the other side where you have the joy, that feeling of joy. So having Purim, that date on the calendar, and it's only one day a year. It's a very unusual Jewish holiday. There really are no other Jewish holidays where you only have one day to celebrate, but you look forward to it. This is how much we look forward to it at Shir Shalom. In 2020, when the world was about to shut down, the NBA had already gone to shut down, we decided to go forward. We weren't sure. It was in between. But part of it was that if we didn't have Purim, and I think it was a Monday night that year as well, if we didn't have Purim 3 years ago, we knew that there was a potential we wouldn't be together for quite a long time. It was kind of, in as much as those of us that planned that 3 years ago, we looked around and we think, was that the wisest decision? I mean, we got lucky, I think. But it's still, we also knew in ourselves that if we didn't do it, we would have lost something. There's something about that day of years. The rabbis actually talk about Purim, and they say, in the world to come, when everything is great, it will be like Purim. Purim is the day where things are reversed, they're upside down, there's no hierarchies, everyone's equal in it, everyone's joyful and full of fun. That is their vision. The actual vision of the afterlife for the rabbis is that one day. And here, of course, we really go to great lengths, and it's not just about Purim Day, it's all the preparation, all the fun that we have in between. I want to talk just briefly about Purim itself and what makes it so unique. There's 4 things that I thought about it that makes it unique, but also makes it difficult for us as American Jews to really fully take in. They're kind of the obstacles to fully enjoying ourselves at Purim. So number 1, Purim is the only holiday that takes place in Galut, in exile. So this is the holiday of us. When we look, it's about the anxieties we have. Can we fit into this system? Are they gonna, are there anti-Semites here? How does this work? Purim is the day. All the other holidays, where do they take place? Israel. This is the holiday that's there. Secondly, if you look at the story of Purim, it is one of the most remarkable things about it is that it is built like a Disney fairy tale. It actually, thousands of years ago, it's 2,500 years ago, but the plot itself and the way it was constructed is more like 1980s, 90s Disney's. You have a villain, a horrendous villain in Haman. You have heroes in Esther and Mordecai. You have bravery. You have against all odds. The way it works is sort of like that. But it's challenging for us because we're not in 1990. We're in 2023. We don't always like to portray villains, straight villains, or straight good guys. We like a little more gray area in between. So we have to kind of find, is there anything redeemable about Haman? Or is Mordecai, is there anything that he struggles with? These kind of polls are things that we can struggle with. It also, we face, are you Mordecai? Is that? Yeah. The singing. I love it.
There's a lot of singing parts this year.
I had no idea. We went to see a wonderful Something is Rotten, which one of our Sarah Lieberman was acting in over at Starpoint, and it's all about Shylock loves musicals, apparently. So the other two things are actually, it hits close to home, because what are two of the central issues in it? We have the Me Too movement. You have all of the kind of oppression that happens there that makes it hard, and you have genocide as one of the major topics. These are things that unfortunately are still around. If anything, they're probably worse in this world, and things that we still struggle with. So here we have this text that really challenges us on all these different levels. How do we see through this? How do we get past the anxiety meter and back to the joy, knowing that it has the topic of genocide in it, and it has anti-Semitism in it, and it has all of this terrible violence against women, against other people, and that it's taking place kind of in our world. How do we get through that? This is how we retell the story. By retelling the story, I used to come and think, our spiels, we're not reading the Megillah. We don't read the Megillah here. We read a small part of it with the hula hoop, sorry, yeah. And complete admiration to Cantor for doing that. But we don't read the whole Megillah. If you want the whole Megillah, you go down the road to some of our more traditional counterparts. And part of the reason is, I don't think that was the original intent. The original intent is to take this story that's going to challenge us and rebirth it. Have it come out something new. This year, as part of it, I'm so excited to see it on Monday. I really, really am. I actually have not seen a single rehearsal. I've let the cast and I've let them really take the hard work. But I get to sit back this year and watch it. And I'm so excited because this is a script that was used. Cantor had used it in the past, but also some of the players had used it in the past, like 20 years ago, 25 years ago. Do you remember what the world was? I know you young people, you don't remember, but do you remember what the world was like 25 years ago? It was a completely different world. So when Cantor showed me the script, we had to actually go through it. We had to ask questions. Is this still okay today? And in a way, we're doing exactly what we need to do, because we're taking the original story, then it's filtered through this Beach Boys wonderful script, and then it's filtered again through 2 decades of time into a completely different place. And I love that about Purim, because we take this one story and we reimagine it over and over and over again and find ourselves in it, find joy in it. So as we get ready, we need that moments of respite. We need to keep reinventing ourselves. Speaking of which, we're ready to reinvent our ritual that we haven't done since before the pandemic. So we have some young people here, and I'm very excited. We're going to create something kind of on the fly, because rituals need to be rebirthed. For all of you, whatever your age, find the rituals in your life, do them. They could be communal rituals or they could be individual rituals. We're going to create some ritual for this group. Both the kids that have already had their B'nai Mitzvah, B-Mitzvah celebrations, and those that haven't quite yet. And we're going to allow them to be able to kind of pass that tradition. Because the people that just did, those B'nai Mitzvahs that just did it, they know how much this means, and now they get to give it back. So first we're going to have all the students here, and I see a number of you, who had your Bar Bat Mitzvah since the pandemic, so in 2020. Why don't you come up here? Come on, I see. Yeah, I think, Max, you can count in there, come on. Thank you, Jacob. This is my hero class, I have to tell you. Okay, Jared and Sarah, Max, because they had to do things that were just amazing. And Jacob as well, of course. And these kids are so big, I barely can recognize them anymore. This is crazy. This is what happens. So in a way, we're going to see they're more on the way to adulthood than anything else. How do you parents put up with us here? This is crazy. Where did the child go here? Okay. Who was that little boy?
Oh, yeah. Sunday sunset.
All right, and now we're going to have the students. We have a number of students here. We have Ayla, I saw. We have Caleb and Zoe. You want to come on up? And we have Ben. We have Spencer. We have both Benjamin and Ben. And I didn't see Mark here. Is Mark here? No, I didn't see. Oh, there he is. Okay. And is there someone that I missed here? Did I say Boaz? Boaz, can you come on up here too? He's hiding. Okay, so why don't you guys, the 6th, 7th graders, why don't you make a line? Just a quick, that's good, so just kind of, all right, and you guys, you're going to join me over here. Come on over here. So what we're doing is we're handing them the Torah, the tradition. Actually, I'm going to give the Torah that they're actually going to be reading from. This is the Torah that we read. It's a little bit heavier, but these kids are very skillful. Wait, we're not. No, okay. No, these are the ones with the bar mitzvah class. So, what I'm going to do is, why don't you come like one to each person? I guess there's not quite enough, but we'll kind of keep going. So we're going to pass the Torah.
Oh.
And, yeah. And why don't you pass the Torah and to the person that's across from you. I want you to feel, you kids, I want you to feel the weight of it in your hands. This is what you're going to be holding. This is what's been passed down to you. Hold it from up. Hold it from up. Put your hands over. How does that feel? How does that feel in your arms? You ready for it? Let's hold it from up. You got it. You got this. You ready? You got that? You can feel it coming up. I haven't seen this ever. How'd you get so tall? Very funny. You're gonna get across. We have a bunch of siblings here that are handing it to each other. And Caleb, put your hand just a little lower so it's more comfortable. Put that one. Can you move it down? Move it down. Move it. There, I got it. All right, look at that. We have the passing of tradition down. So thank you. We have some prayer books
Don't run
available.
off. Come back. Come
for-
back.
He goes to hide here. Maybe we'll do like a little circle here. Let's have you guys come close together, okay? Mishabera, Avotinu Abraham, Yitzchak, Yaakov, Sarah, Karata, Leah, the Holy One, blessed our ancestors Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Rachel, and Leah. Bless those who already received the tradition. May they feel the great warmth and love. May they know they come from strong roots, and that they have this wonderful tradition that's been passed down through them, through their families, and through all that loves them. A tradition of food and joy and holidays and language and land, all these things. May you feel a great joy in knowing you have that inside of you. And those of you just coming up, as you're thinking about your important event in your life, may you do so with bravery, knowing you're going to see your way to the other side. May you picture the great joy you're going to have when you take on the Torah and the traditions. And may you feel the pride that your family is going to feel when they arrive there. And may it be so. May it be so. Amen.
Amen.
You guys can sit down. Wonderful job. All right, so some of you don't have your prayer books, right? If you guys need prayer books, we do have some prayer books. Who didn't have the prayer book yet?
Ben?
This
Ben?
is your name from? Oh, yeah.
Ben? I think you need a prayer book.
No, he has one. I think he said he has one. Here, he
Oh,
picked
he's
one.
using his sister, but
Oh.
I think, you have one?
Okay, we have one for you. Okay. And we have Ramona. Ramona's we have Kayla Mazzilli. And Benjamin Lizzie Johnson. You didn't get yours yet, so come. Oh, you already got it? Okay, perfect. Oh, this one actually has your name on it. Come on. I guess they have nameplates. That would help. Okay, look, why don't you hold on to this too? I guess we'll get you the other one. One for home, and we'll get you one. You realize they have nameplates. Julia knew how to do it. What a wonderful moment. Thank you for being part of bringing back this tradition. I hope that we can continue it next year. We will be able to have the 7th graders pass it on to the 6th grade. Should we do you want to do a priestly blessing together?
Oh, sure.
Let's do a priestly blessing together as a
Wish they were
community.
still here.
Yeah, well, if all of you guys stand up at your seats. The families and the B'nai Mitzvah, not everyone. Yeah. May God bless you and watch over you. May God shine God's light upon you and grant you comfort. May God lift God's face to you and grant you and all of us peace. And we say, Amen. We rise for Aleinu, page 586. page 591. You may be seated. On that day, God's name will be one and we'll be at peace. We're going to turn to the Mourner's Kaddish, page 598. We are thinking as a community, Harvey Axelrod, Richard Meltzer, Paul Nemzer, and Evelyn New, all who died in the last week. And on our Shloshim list from the past month, we're thinking about Joe Celeste, Joan Cinta, Mitchell Klein, Sharon Krebs, Mary Lou Lagalbo, Hyman Palikoff, Nisha Rabinowitz, Marlene Zubin DeCarlo, and Marilyn Zucker. On our yard site list from years past, we remember Hannah Adler, Reba Arbet, Aaron Baker, Max Bell, William Berger, Richard Bernard, Maury Bookbinder, Shirley Braun, Alex Brodsky, Polly Brogadier, Joseph Cantor, Eric Duval, Evelyn Eber, Harry S. Eisner, Julia Engel, Harold Epstein, Sophia Fink, Herb Foster, Sylvia Friedferdig, Frederick Gale, Gertrude Heskins Gilmore, Sarah Goldberg, Blanche Greenman, Sylvia Grossman, Jacqueline Gugino, Joseph Gugino, Ann Gultz, Joseph Himmelstein, Sally Jad, Boris Jaffe, Marvin L. Kahn, Rose Kaiser, Henry Kent, Judy Klipstein, Marvin Kranitz, Alice Crone, Arthur Lessman, Helen Neustatter, Philip Earl Olin, Nicola Piero, Jean Ryan, Rose Ripken, Dexter Rosen, Pauline Rubin, Rita Rubin, Lena Schatzberg, Helene Schultz, Adolf Schwartz, Evelyn Shine, Aaron Simon, Rose Simon, Adele Singer, Cheryl Steltz, Samuel Sugarman, Carolyn W. Tufts, Gloria Weinstein, Blanche Weiss, and Hayne Westerman. We'll go around the room. If you have other names, feel free to offer them. Harold Halpern also died in the last week. It's terrible. 37-year-old with a young child at home, too. Terrible. All those whose custom it is to rise, page 598. Yitkadal, V'yitkadash, Shemei Rabbah, B'alma, Divrach, Urete, V'yamlik Malkute, B'chayachon, V'yamachon, B'chayed, Echol Beit Yisrael, B'agala, V'zman Kariv, Yamru, Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabbah, Mevorach, Le'olam Olmeo Maya, Yitbarak, V'yishtabak, V'yitpa'ar, V'yitramam, V'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, V'yitalev, V'yitalal, Shemei Dekudasha, B'rechu, Le'lamin Kol Birchata V'shirata, Tush Bechata V'nechamata, Damiran V'alma V'yamru, Amen. Yehi Shlom Rabba Min Shemaya, Chaim Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yamru, Amen. O says Shalom B'imramav, Huya says Shalom, Aleinu V'al Kol Yisrael V'yamru, Amen. May the one who creates harmony and high bring peace. Excuse me. To us and to all Israel, we say Amen.
Amen.
I'll come up and introduce myself.
It was the pizza at Shabbat.
You didn't have regular pizza, did you?
No.
Okay, good.
What happens if I sit here?
You'll never get out. It's fine. It's a beach chair. There you go. Should have a beer with you, though.
I need my high notes.
You should have a beer. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Mazel Tov to our upcoming Bar and Bat Mitzvah students for participating in Kabbalat Torah V'Siddur. It's a very special time in your lives. We're so glad to be part of it. And I have good news for all of you. the rabbi wanted to give you each a double Torah portion, and I talked him out of it. So,
Some of them have it. So.
some of it's the luck of the draw. How many double portions are there over the course of the year?
I think there's 7.
7? Okay.
But not on leap years.
Okay. Well, he wanted to give everyone a double portion. I said no. So, you owe me. We would like to thank PJ Library for partnering with us tonight for Shabbat Family. It was nice to celebrate Purim together with so many families. Thank you to Robin Kurz for a wonderful event. Special thank you to our special guest greeter tonight, Cindy Rotella. It's nice to have you taking part. We want to thank, of course, Rabbi Alex, Cantor Frank, and Nick Stelzer for a lovely service tonight in honor of Shabbat. Our virtual offering tomorrow is Torah study at 9 a.m. via Zoom. The Shabbat morning service will be at 11 a.m. at Canterbury Woods. Obviously, we have a Purim spiel coming up on Monday night. By the way, I think that's the first time anyone has ever done a lenu to a surfboard.
Upon us.
There seems
That's
something...
one of our firsts at Shir Shalom.
Another first. So, Purim spiel Monday night at 7 o'clock, music of the Beach Boys. Little known fact, the Beach Boys are Jewish. You didn't know this. The Wilson brothers were originally the Weinstein brothers, and they started out singing the schwitzing sound. Then they discovered the surfing sound. Their record label said, "Oi, boys, we got to do something about the name." Rest is history. You did little known fact. You learn things when you come to services at Shir Shalom. So anyway, spiel is 7 o'clock Monday night. Beach Boys music. It is really a very funny script. Please come. We will be having, of course, Hamantash, and afterward, it's going to be a very fun evening. The Hamantash, well, the service starts the whole thing starts at 7. We'll do the Megillah reading. You're doing the Beach Boy, the hula hoop thing, right? Which this year it fits. The hula hoop thing is a perfect fit with our spiel this year. So, very cool evening planned. Community Religious School and the Ganenu Preschool Program will meet at the JCC Benderson Building on Sunday. If you have any questions about that, please contact Inav Simons, our Community Religious School Director. Also Sunday, we have the Community Purim Carnival. That's from 10 to 2, also at the JCC Benderson Building. Everyone is welcome.
Bruce, that's the same thing.
Oh, that's the
students are
school?
just part of the
Okay, kids, you don't have class on Sunday. You have the Purim Carnival instead. So, okay, same thing. 10 to 2 at the JCC Benderson Building. Chai Club drawings on Wednesday nights are over. One more drawing, that's for the grand prizes, and that'll be the night of the spiel. Grand prize drawings will be $180, $360, $540, and you can still get tickets for $18 each. Joanne will be selling them before the spiel begins, so that you'll still have a chance to do it that night. Pickleball Sunday is not happening. The next one is Thursday from 6:30 to 8:30 p.m. If you take part, please make sure you wear your sneakers. And if you have any questions, please contact David Sapphire, who is our pickleball chair. His mother and father would be so proud if they knew about that. Or of course, contact Joanne, our executive director. Once we get through Purim, a couple weeks later, we have our Winterfest. It is Saturday, March 25th, 7:30 p.m. There's going to be a band and dancing, lots of fun. Space is limited. We're having it obviously indoors. Summerfest, as of course, is outdoors. Todd wanted to have Winterfest outdoors, but he lives in Florida now. He's anyway. We said no. We're going to be inside. We're going to be in the social hall. We're limiting the number of people because of capacity. So make sure you get your reservations into Joanne as early as possible.
I laugh because you have a spin on everything. They give him like one sentence, and then he creates an entire story about the sentence. It's like...
Well, I did work in the media, so. If you need anything at all, contact Joanne, the cantor, the rabbi, Todd, or myself. We are here for you at all times. Join us, please, following the service for an Oneg Shabbat. I saw, I think, some pies, and are we having Hamantashen? No, that's oh, okay. Oh, you've got that in the Oneg note. Okay, the homemade Hamantashen by Lori Morrison is Monday night. Tonight, No Hamantashen. Sorry. No Hamantashen tonight. You'll have to come back Monday night for the Hamantashen. What, Ellen?
Are there reservations needed for the corn spiel?
No. Just show up and have fun. Joanne's got enough Hamantashen for all of Western New York. So
She's giving you looks right now.
Oh, she is.
She would appreciate if you call in because, you know,
it's nice to get a rough
it's nice
count.
to get a rough idea.
But-
She knows how many people called in, and then she doubles it because, you know, 50% don't. So at least it gives her a rough idea, you know, historically. Right, Joanne? Okay.
She does have the look, by the way.
She's giving you
She
the
is
look.
giving me the look. I don't have the look, sorry. Anyway, if you would like to sponsor an owning.
Where's your line?
Oh, okay. All right. What, is this a macaw?
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to sing a song.
Okay. By the way, you've got a blue song sheet.
Blue
that we
song
gave up.
sheets.
We're going to use that at the end of the service.
Yes.
If you enjoy the owning, Shabbat Shalom.
All right, we are on the wicked man side, and this is one of the
Yes.
traditional Purim songs.
Please take these home with you. Oh my God, this
Look
would
at
be a wonderful
Haman.
little memento.
Haman's
to
kinda scary.
Fold it in half and put it in your new Sidurim, or put it away in a little
Mordecai's
drawer
so cute.
somewhere, and you say, "I need a Purim song," and you
We
have
forgot to
these.
announce
It's really cute. Oi, oh boy.
It's okay, it covers up
Let's
the
all
bald
say
spot.
Oi together. Oi.
Oi. Pittsburgh trip was not in the announcements. We're close. We need like 2 more people for the Pittsburgh trip in June.
That's
Wonderful
one
trip.
couple, One
Huh?
couple.
One couple will do it. It's got Nancy McGorry put it together. There's all sorts of stuff happening. A Pirates game, which she wanted everyone to know is against the Cardinals.
No,
So,
she's gonna be so
Pirates
excited.
and the Cardinals.
her
And all
team.
sorts of other activities planned. The rabbi is going. Rabbi's a big baseball fan. So please, we need 2 more people so that we can make the trip a reality. If you're interested at all, please contact Nancy in our temple office. Thank you.
All right, let's hear it. Some Purim
Wicked
melodies.
man. Here we go. Get us in the spirit. Oh, once there was a wicked man, and Haman was his name. Sir, lied and lied about the Jews. They were not to blame, sir. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. And nosh some Hamantashen. I don't hear everybody. Nice and strong. And Esther was the lovely queen of King Ahasuerus. When Haman said he'd kill us all, oh my, how he did scare us. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. And nosh some Hamantashen. But Mordecai, her cousin bold, said, what a dreadful knave, sir. Our Esther is a clever queen. Her people she will save. Everyone! Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. And nosh some Hamantashen. When Esther speaking to the king of Haman's plot made mention, aha, said her, oh no he won't, we'll spoil his bad intention. Everyone, will Mary hear ya? Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. And nosh some Hamantashen. The Bible tells how God destroyed all Haman's plans so clever, and God preserved the Jews that day, as God has done for everyone. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. And now some Hamantashen. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. Oh, today will Mary be. And not some Hamantashen.
I kind
Great Great job, everybody.
I kind of hoped there was a hamantash in here. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. As you came in peace, please leave in peace and return your prayer books minus the leaflet to the front of the room. Join us for the Oneg Shabbat Shalom.